Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be giving you my review of American Assassin. I went to see this opening night and Mike took me as like an early birthday kind of celebration, so that was really fun. I went into this kind of biased because I'm a huge fan of Dylan O'Brien, as you know, but that being said, had I gone into this with no expectations whatsoever, I would still have the level of excitement about it as I do right now, because it was amazing. This movie is very much kind of like a mixture of James Bond meets Jason Bourne meets Mission Impossible in a way. And I really enjoy all those. Jason Bourne not so much, but I really enjoy these types of movies, and so the fact that they're kind of all combined into one is pretty great. So if you don't know who's in it, I'm going to break it down for you. First we have Dylan O'Brien. Obviously he is our main character, Mitch Rapp, and just did an absolutely spectacular performance. I'm so impressed. It's different than we've seen him do kind of in any of his works, and I'm just very impressed with him. And if you've been living under a rock and you don't know who Dylan O'Brien is, he is Styles in Teen Wolf and Thomas in the Maze Runner series. Like, he can do no wrong at this point. Next up, we have Michael Keaton. And if you don't know who Michael Keaton is, you might be living under a rock, or you might be really, really young. But somewhere that you might have seen him is he plays the ghost with the most in Beetlejuice. He is Beetlejuice. So if you've seen that, you will know that that is Michael Keaton. But he plays Stan, who is a CIA guy. And he basically is Mitch Rapp's mentor and trainer, and he teaches him how to do the things that the CIA needs him to do. He's just kind of a badass. It's a very different role than I think we've ever seen Michael Keaton play. So I was also very impressed with his performance as well. Next up in characters we had, I can't remember if she was the director. She's the CIA deputy director. That's who she is. But she basically recruits Mitch, and the character's name is Irene Kennedy, and she is played by Sana Lathan. Now, if you've never seen any of her work, that's okay, but I highly recommend you do. I remember seeing her in the movie Love and Basketball, and I just absolutely adored her. I loved her character. I thought she was great, and she hasn't been in a lot of things that I've seen in a while, so when she appeared, I was like, oh my god, she's back, yay! So that was really exciting. But yeah, her character just kind of is like me. She's always pulling for Mitch, even when Stan Hurley's like, no, I want him off the team. She's like, nope, he's got to stay on. Which would be me in any kind of situation with Dylan O'Brien. I'd be like, nope, he stays, sorry. And then our villain of the movie was played by Taylor Kitsch. You may recognize him from the TV show Friday Night Lights. He played Tim Riggins. Just a great character all around. And then this character, again, I haven't seen him play a character like this. He is basically a little bit kind of insane, which when you hear the entire reason behind why he's doing what he's doing, it makes sense, but he's a little off his rocker, and becomes kind of a terrorist to get back at Michael Keaton's character Stan. And I kind of actually wish that there was more of this character in the movie. He's in it and he's a big part of it, but there weren't enough Taylor Kitsch scenes, I don't think. Because I really loved his, like, the way he played this character, and it's just really interesting. What the storyline is about is that Mitch, it shows you in the trailer so I can tell you about it. Mitch's girlfriend that just became his fiance was killed in a terrorist attack, and he was injured. And so for the next 18 months, he has taught himself basically how to fight, how to shoot, how to basically kill people, and has been tracking this terrorist cell that was responsible for her death. And in doing that, he caught the attention of the CIA. And so the CIA recruits him to help out preventing more terrorist attacks. Basically, the movie was kind of this whole whirlwind. Like, it started off and it was the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life, and you're just like, oh, I wish this movie could continue like this for the next hour and whatnot, because it was just absolutely adorable. And then shit hit the fan. I'm not gonna lie, there are parts that basically I watched like, oh god, I can't. There were 3 parts where I'm just like, oh, I can't watch that. And one was, it's actually in the trailer. He breaks this bone out through the skin over here and then stabs the guy, which in all defense is a crazy, amazing move, but just the bone popping out kind of was like, ugh. And then there was another part with fingernails. That was the main one that I was just like, oh no, I can't. And Michael Keaton loses 2 fingernails pulled off by Taylor Kitsch's character. It was pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie. That part got me. I had to like look away. Within that same time frame of the fingernails, there is a part with an ear where the ear gets bit off. Part of it anyways. And then the ear is chewed. And that part, like the biting off is like, ooh, but the chewing, that was like, I was like, I'm no. So there are a couple parts that if you are kind of a little squeamish about things, those are where you're gonna go, oh no, I can't look at this. You also kind of learn some good fight skills in there, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know, should I ever need to know how to stab someone in the neck, I've got it covered. I've learned it from this movie. Overall, I was very impressed with it. I think the director did a phenomenal job. I think it's really good that they're talking kind of about contemporary events in a way. They're imaginary events, but they're set in a time frame where it could be realistic, because they're set in like nowadays. I know that Dylan had such a hard time to overcome his trauma with the Death Cure accident, and the fact that this was his first movie after the incident, and him having to do basically most of his own stunts, which, if you're familiar, he got injured on the set of Death Cure during a stunt. And so the fact that he kind of just persevered and pushed through all of his fears about that just made this kind of even more special to kind of watch, just because of the like brain power he had to use just to kind of get over his fears and face them and kick ass doing the whole thing. I was just so impressed by this. Basically, the acting was amazing. The fight sequences were amazing. The stunts are crazy. Direction, like just everything was awesome. One of my favorite stunts was probably like one of the kind of, was not even that big in the movie, but I loved it. And Taylor Kitsch's character, Ghost, jumps out a window, grabs onto a flag, and then like rides it all the way down to the ground and gets away. It was just like, how did he do that? That was so cool. But yeah, I absolutely loved this movie. I can't wait for the second one. Hopefully that will be made soon. I give this movie probably, if not a 10 out of 10, then like a 9.8 out of 10. Like, that is the little tiny margin of room in which you can make up your opinion about it, because that is how amazing I think this movie is. I absolutely love this movie. I really can't. I don't want to give anything away. I really don't, because you just have to see it to appreciate how spectacular it is. I don't know if that was a review or if it was just me gushing over this movie. It was probably the latter, but I don't care. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. So much so that I'm actually seeing it again tomorrow night, which is technically tonight as you're watching this, because it is my birthday and I decided I would like to see it again. So that is what I'm doing. Yay! Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe if you are new or haven't done so yet. That would be awesome. And if you'd like to get notified when I post new videos, click that bell somewhere down there and that will let you know. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! Ooh. Well, that was my hair. Belle, you just are insane. Oh, and there she shakes the camera. Don't eat the light. Don't eat the light. That will electrocute you. Ugh. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Also, look how friggin' cute this is. Done so yet. So, excuse me. Oh god, we're going into golden afternoon again. Little brown butterflies kiss the tulips. Hi, boo. I don't know if I have anything coherent on this video or not.